Hank, you took a walk through Centralia.
Wow.
What do you got?
What a walk it was, Spadia. This is the old roadway into town, dude. Look at this. I think you and I are the only ones that haven't written their names down here. It's littered with color. Spadia is the old abandoned Route 61 up from Ashland to Centralia, tagged by spray cans of countless visitors with messages from the profane to the sublime. For quadrunner dudes, it's not a bad place to play.
Lots of paths up here.
Yeah.
Lots of paths. Some of the artwork they put.
Yeah. See a lot of people up here all the time.
That's cool.
It's pretty
Cool.
We usually just pass through just to check it out.
A lot of people are just passing through, Bill. See, Centralia is abandoned. It has been since the mid-1980s. My son Henry and I went up to the old coal mining town to explore. He kept trying out old spray cans that he found.
There's no way to teach him not to write graffiti.
Bill, long story short, the coal mine underneath the town caught fire in the mid-1960s and burned for years, eventually creating sinkholes in the ground, rupturing roads like Route 61, making the town unlivable to the point where the state finally had to step in.
Valentine's Day in 1981, Todd Dabrowski, he actually fell in above the fire and his cousin pulled him out. And that was kind of the kick in the pants that people needed to, like, hey, maybe there's some danger here.
Now, the state had most of the houses that it bought out demolished. Only a couple of them are left. Municipal building is still there. The old fire truck collecting dust in the garage. There's a bumper sticker in the window of the old police station that says, quote, keep Centralia on the map, unquote.
Somebody's coming by and mowing the lawn. Probably the state, county. Nice one.
So the municipal hall flag flies at half staff, perhaps in mourning of itself. The town that once had 1,000 people now has less than 10, but it's not as though it's empty. You can count on a steady flow of people, Bill, for whom an abandoned town and a buckled highway that's now a public art project holds a certain level of fascination.
What does it mean? What does it say to you?
I don't know. I think it's really interesting that everybody transformed the burning highway into
New beginnings.
Their own. Yeah.
New beginnings.
Into their own.
Everyone's making a memory here.
Yeah.
They're probably all going to come back in 30 years and look for
whoa, it's still there.
And I did talk to one of the very few people who still lives there. He's been there all along. He wouldn't go on camera, but he told me the worst part of watching his town dissolve was seeing friends who swore they'd never leave, eventually wind up taking state buyouts. Haunting, beautiful, strange is Centralia, Bill. I don't know if, it's weird, I don't know if the people want people to go up there or not, but people do, a lot of them. Alex, you've been there, I believe.
I was there about 10 years ago when the fire was still burning, and you could see the steam and the smoke coming out of the ground as the highway was splitting. The cool thing about Centralia is that you get the post-apocalyptic landscape you might be interested in without the actual apocalypse, which is nice.
That's a good point.
Never heard of it. It's an amazing story. I love it.
Worth visiting.